Coming up today, we're taking you to Mad Poet.
Yeah, I think once we open those doors, it's not our bar anymore. It's the public's bar.
Dan will tell you about the next instalment of Barefoot Beats, and I'll tell you about a fresh warehouse session that we posted over the weekend. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai Land, this is The Good Stuff, powered by BYD on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. Recently, we had local rockers Wayward Kings pop in for a warehouse session. We've just shared another song from their session featuring a stripped-back version of their original, Old Love. We think this acoustic recording is an absolute ripper, and it's currently available to view on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also check out all of the other warehouse sessions that we've done so far by heading to our YouTube channel and subscribing. Yeah?
Good stuff.
Mad Poet officially opened its doors last Friday, launching a sophisticated yet welcoming bar experience in Newcastle West.
Nailed it.
We caught up with co-owners Dylan and Gary for a chat. The nightlife around here is obviously thriving, especially on this block, so I want to know, what kind of puzzle piece does Mad Poet fill in?
I think that it's a small place, for one. We're the smallest bar in Newcastle. So I think the place that it holds is an intimate, well curated through music. We're obviously massive music lovers. And I think it's a vibe that is just cruisy and romantic at the same time. And I would think that those little things that we put into this place, whether it is music or the lighting or the choice of minimal spirits and choice of liquor altogether, enables someone to come here, feel free, and just enjoy themselves and be in company with the people that they're here with. So yeah, I would think that.
I totally agree. I mean, that's what we have focused on and what we wanted to achieve. And it's interesting you say the puzzle, because I think we're the last piece of the puzzle on this particular strip. We are close to so many good friends in other venues who have been very, very supportive of us and helpful, but we all have our individual kind of ideas and what we do, and and at the end of the day, Newcastle is a bit of a bar hopping place, and so this is the perfect spot where you can get off from an Uber and go from a sophisticated bar like this to jams and do karaoke to see a live band and then come back here. So yeah, it's a perfect puzzle.
What was the original vision for Mad Poet?
Having one another over at our houses, we've throughout the years, when we originally met, one thing we connected was music, and then having people over and enjoying company in our homes. So whether that involves nice wine or putting on a charcuterie board, or someone planned a dessert for the evening.
It's an extension of our home.
So we were like, let's just come up with an idea that we're welcoming people into our homes. And us guys having music, we were like, we've always been that person that flipped the record or chose the next song, and that was usually the topic of conversation. So, the artist on now, we can sit here and we just spoke about it for a few minutes. So that's kind of where it begins for us being music lovers, is invite people over to your house, your bar, you put on some great tunes, you talk about it, and you have some nice food and nice wine and nice drinks. And that's kind of, and as well as Gary's wife Sophie and their kids, that's what they grew up on. So we've always enjoyed closed doors and good convo. Yeah.
And now we have it.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, where did the name come from? What's the meaning behind it?
We worked on this for a while.
Yeah. We kind of, it's a very important coming up with a name, and I guess because of our love of music, and music is lyrics, and lyrics are poetry, so there was something poetic that we needed to have in there. We've got our guy up there in the ram's head, who is our mad poet. Madness comes from probably Dylan and me. We are, mad, creative heads, and also we were in a band together called La Poet Pop. So that was an extension of the poetry and the mad poet side, and I write a lot of poetry and lyrics, and so it kind of extended from there, and it just made sense in the end. And Dylan's view was, okay, that's good, but let's remove the. It's just mad poet, and it just feels right, and it works for us.
Final thing I'd like to ask is, what do you really want to see in the first couple of months that Mad Poet's open?
Money.
Yeah, obviously. But you can't beat around the bush there, but
we want to see this. We want to see people interacting. We want to hear good music, and we don't want to be in a place. The biggest thing is not to walk into a venue where you can't talk because the music's so loud. So, the music should be right and all that. But Dill, you finish off on this one.
Yeah,
what do you want out of this?
Yeah, I think once we open those doors, it's not our bar anymore. It's the public's bar.
Yep.
What they make of it and what we give them is a yin and yang. It's like, and we bend and work towards that. And having a new idea for Newcastle, it might not be a new idea for many people. I've done a lot of research. I've been into a lot of bars that play records, and we had to find a unique way to do it. So as long as we have a reception that is, I'm not looking to have wow, but I'm looking for people to make it of themselves. What do they think? And I think over the next couple of months, it's hearing what the public say. That's the most important thing, because they're the ones that are going to help you succeed in business. At the end of the day, we might have a cool venue, but business at the end of the day is in this industry is reception. So the reception that we get over the next couple of months is the most important and probably the most humbling thing. I think we just would like to think that we're well travelled and seen a lot in the world, and we've brought a little bit of that back to my hometown.
My adopted town.
And Gary's adopted town. And it would be a little bit of eye opener for a lot of people that might not see that. So, bar hoppers and hospo heads and nightlife people, they're always going to be out and know what's up. But yeah, it'd be really nice to just have people have a good reception and hear what they have to say. Really, yeah. Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you so much.
This is where it
Sounds good.
good stuff.
I'm back. And so is Barefoot Beats for their third installment in their new home at the station in Newcastle. Run by a collective of local women, Barefoot Beats will continue to collaborate with local businesses and artists in their new home to put on a change-driven program that supports emerging talent. The first Barefoot Beats event is happening at the station on the 2nd of March. Tickets are on sale now. Visit newcastlelive.com.au to find out more.
This is
Good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Dylan and Gary from Mad Poet. You should definitely go and check it out. And we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.